What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button. Today we're checking out the Icon split beam torque wrench. I believe this is obviously the half-inch drive, but this is 40 to 250 foot-pounds. Not electronic, split beam, lifetime warranty, 90 tooth. I picked up this torque wrench. I used to have both the snap-on tech angles, so I had the 3/8 and I had the half-inch. If you know anything about those torque wrenches, they're pretty penny, brand new, around 800. I picked one up used at a pawn shop, really good deal. My 3/8 though, I paid for that brand new. They both actually got stolen out of my box. Long story. They got stolen. People suck. And we are doing head gaskets on my 2013 F150. It's got the 3.5 liter Ecoboost. I know. Really big job. So we needed another torque wrench. I didn't feel like spending an arm and a leg, or giving an arm and a leg away. So went down to Harbor Freight. I had to pick up a transmission jack, a low profile one, and I had to pick up an engine leveler and some new casters for my engine hoist. So I figured, you know what? Let me check out their torque wrenches, and I saw this and pulled the trigger on it. So I'm gonna pop it open. First time unboxing it. We'll both look at it together, see some first impressions, and we'll see, if it's worth buying or if you should just get Snap-on and be paying off your torque wrench for the rest of your life. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so right off the bat, packaging, Icon does a good job. Harbor Freight does a good job with catching your eye with their packaging, which I can't blame them. It's a business. You got to make money, and you got to sell products. So let's look at the back real quick. So half-inch drive, 40 to 250 foot-pounds, torque range. Audible click allows for accuracy when reaching torque setting. Flex head allows up to 15 degrees of rotation for knuckle and obstruction clearance. 90 tooth ratcheting mechanism. Chrome finish offers superior corrosion resistance. It does come with a storage case included. Thumb screw adjustment for fast torque setting changes. Thumb guard prevents accidental change in torque setting. Not reversible, designed for measuring torque in a clockwise direction only. That's something you're going to want to note. So with my Snap-on tech angles, I was able to, reverse or loosen and tighten, and I was able to check torque specs of bolts just by putting it on loosen and seeing what they were at. Specifications, half-inch drive, torque range 40 to 250. Professional standard accuracy, plus or minus 4% clockwise, 20% to 100% of full scale. Don't really know exactly what that means. I'm sure you guys in the comments are going to be know-it-alls about that, but let's just check it out. First impressions. Alright, so it does appear to come in a Snap-on style box or case. It does look nice. Set this back. So you got your two latches, pop it open, and there it is. Alright, so let's grab it out. I do like it, kind of like snaps into the case. Right here, it's not just like sitting in there. A little bit of a detent. Now I haven't used split beams too much in my my mechanic career, but I did use a buddy of mine's Snap-on split beam. And I'll tell you what, right off the bat, it feels like it's good quality. It really does. 90 tooth. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know, see if you guys can hear this. Obviously, it's a brand new torque wrench, so the teeth, they seem a little, seems like it needs to be lubed up or greased. I'm not going to do that. Maybe I'll read the manual, see what they say about that. But right off the bat, honestly, it seems like it's good quality. So you would set the, yeah, you set the torque like this. You got your thumb screw on the side. And then you, as far as I remember, you always want to set this back to 0. And then you would flip this closed once you have your setting. And you would start torquing. It does have your conversion chart right here. Foot-pounds to Newton meters. So we'll see how it does. Like I said, main reason I bought this was I got 2013 F150 Ecoboost twin turbo, and I'm gonna buy a 3/8 tech angle snap-on off eBay pre-owned. I just really like that torque wrench, but for the 1/2 inch, I'm gonna stick with this for the cylinder head bolts and stuff like that. So we'll see how it performs. We'll be doing that job shortly. Waiting on a few more parts to show up. We just got our ARP head bolts. Man, these things went up in price, guys. So these are, for the Ford Ecoboost 3.5 V6 12-point ARP head studs. $380, guys. Hopefully those could keep the OEM Ford gaskets I bought nice and tight and sealed, and we won't push another gasket. But all in all, I think for the price, I think it's a good torque wrench. I'm not 100%. Honestly, I forget what I even paid for the thing. I'll put it down in the description. But yeah, I'm not affiliated with Harbor Freight in any way. I have a ton of Harbor Freight tools all around my garage. I also have Milwaukee, but I do have a ton of Harbor Freight. And you got to know what to buy and what not to buy from them. That's all I'm going to say. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Make sure you check out my other videos. We have more content coming soon on the 1991 Suzuki GS500. We just got that thing up and running. It's been sitting under a tarp for 3 years, and we got more content coming soon. So click that subscribe button. Make sure if you guys need any Ford performance parts, I'll put my code in the description. Go to cvfabrication.com. These guys specialize in Ford performance parts. I have my downpipes, my intercooler piping. It's all from them. Use my code MikesMotors5 for 5% off your entire order at checkout. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Alright guys, so just quickly, I found the receipt for the Icon torque wrench, and the same day I actually ended up picking up the Gen 2 M12 Milwaukee impact gun. It's the 3/8 Gen 2 550 foot-pounds of torque. So I'll show you guys what I paid for that. Pretty standard price, $199 at Home Depot. So, honestly, it's worth it. It really is worth it. I had the Snap-on CT 861, which is the brushless. The 761 is not brushless, and I actually ended up selling it. All my tools are Milwaukee. I don't really have any Snap-on battery power tools other than the 861 impact gun. So I figured, you know what? Let me sell it. I don't need more chargers and batteries in this. And I picked up the Milwaukee. And I like it so far. But for the torque wrench, so this is the Icon split beam, 1/2 inch. Honestly, really nice quality. And I figured I'd just throw it in there for you guys. So I paid $139.99. And for the transmission jack, we paid $229. So not bad, not bad. It beats $600 for another Snap-on torque wrench, when really I just need this torque wrench to install my ARP bolts for my cylinder heads on the F150 build. So we'll see how it does. We'll have more videos out, but make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.